Om Sri Chinmaya Sadgurave Namaha. Kenopanishad, and the subject matter is know yourself, know everything. Om Apyayantu Mamangani Vak Pranaschakshuhu Srotram Atho Valamindriyani Cha Sarvani Sarvam Brahmopanishadam Maham Brahmanira Kuryam Ma Brahmanira Karot Anirakaranamastu Anirakaranam mestu Tadatmani Nirateya Upanishatsu Dharmaha Te Mai Santo Te Mai Santo Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om. So, I will request to all of you that please try to memorize that mantra. It will help you. So, we were discussing what Gurudev has told us regarding this mantra. And there we have discussed about teacher and taught. And there he was discussing that thus in this opening scene, we have also a glimpse of the qualities of the true disciple. Okay? So, this question in the opening mantra is an ample revelation of the psychological and spiritual man in the disciple. Clear? Psychological and spiritual man in the disciple. He is one who has faced life diligently, lived life intelligently, and has pondered for himself to realize that the value of sensuous life is hollow. He has sought for some more permanent factor to live for. The seeking has brought him to a great dispassion, born of knowledge, towards all earthly attachments, and has made him sink into himself, seeking for a greater and nobler goal. Clear? So a strong man who has had previous experience of expeditions alone is fit to attempt scaling of Mount Everest that we have seen. Okay? So to a Vedanti, the real guru is the pure intellect within, the purified, deeply aspiring mind is the disciple. And this is represented for us in the unforgettable scene in our Bhagavad Gita, where between the two opposing forces in a chariot, the absolute teacher is preaching the Bhagavad Gita to an eternal disciple, Arjuna. When a pure mind gets aghast at the negativities arrayed against the comparatively smaller forces of positivities, in sheer despair, it surrenders itself completely to the pure, can even today hear the entire divine song in the inner earnest attempt, and in faith wait for the critical hour when our minds glide into voiceless state of true vairagya, the true Arjuna sthiti. You know, we have a very wrong conception about meditation, that as if it is concentration of mind. Absolutely not. According to Vedanta, the meditation means where there is no mind, where there is no mind, as if it is going above the mind, where you can witness everything in a bird's eye view. And meditation for a Vedanti is not for 1 hour or half an hour or 15 minutes or 2 hours. According to Vedanta, the meditation should be 24/7. It is a no mind state. Thus, the most important thing is our own self effort. In sincere sadhana, purify the equipment and the guru necessary for our next stage of growth shall reach us. This is the eternal law. Hour by hour, the world about us is so ordered as to give us the necessary dose of experiences. What is necessary for the next stage of growth is always provided by the all witnessing and all merciful Lord. You have to believe in that. Whatever is needed for you, that will be supplied by the Lord. But if in your desire cannot be fulfilled if you accumulate the whole wealth of the whole world. Your need will be fulfilled. You don't know your every prayer is answered, but not in your way, according to His way, whom you are praying. Each and every sincere prayer is answered. Our mind is not ready. Our intellect is not ready to grasp it. That's why we can't understand. We need that our prayer will be fulfilled according to my way. It should not be. Bhagwan, the all merciful Lord, is like our mother. In our childhood, we cried for so many things which was not conducive for us. Our mom did not give us. Sometimes she tried to make us understand that, oh, my baby, it is not conducive for you. And when we were just hankering for the things and became intolerable, she surely slapped us. It happened. In our life also it happens. What about the slap comes, you should know that it is for our own spiritual growth. Every mother wants her own child in her own accord. Bhagavan is also like the same. What you have lost, Nothing belongs to you, not even your body. Everything is given to you. From your body to your name, and everything else is given to you only. Nothing belongs to you apart from your consciousness, apart from your own intrinsic nature. So, Sri Ramakrishna Paramahamsa never went out seeking a guru. So too are all the masters of our own times. Never try to search for your guru, but always be alertful. Your guru must come. All merciful Lord will come to you in the form of guru, but you should know. You should appreciate him. Don't waste your time, energy, person from your life, because it comes once in lifetime. Bhagwan appears as your guru. You have to recognize him. Recognize. And you don't know how your guru will come in front of you, in which rupa, in which vesha. कोई भी देश में, कोई भी वेश में मेरा भगवान आ सकता है मेरे गुरु के रूप में, मुझे शिक्षा देने के लिए। उसे इनकार मत करो। दैट इज कॉल्ड डिसाइपलहुड। जब हमारे अंदर शिष्यत्व को बढ़ा सकता हूं हम लोग, तभी हम लोग हमारे गुरु को पहचान सकते हैं। Gurudev is writing this, not my word. That if Swamiji, you always tell about Guru, 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 and whenever the Guru chapter comes, you are just lost. No, 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 no. I'm not lost over here. Right now, I'm reading from our Pujya Gurudev Swami Chinmayanandaji's writing. He is also in the same pace. Who are in the spiritual path, they know the value and importance of the Guru in this path. We have no value. No, we are just a big fat zero. Only with the Guru Parampara's grace we are here. Ramakrishna Paramahamsa never went out seeking a guru. So too are all the masters of our own times. Sri Tapobanji Maharaj had to reach Dakshineshwar of his own accord to instruct the mothers. Totapuri Maharaj, sorry, not Tapobanji. Totapuri Maharaj. Instruct the mother's perfect son in the higher realms of meditation. Each one of you is equally sacred and precious to the Lord. You should know that. In Lord's eye, there is no pakshapatitva. हम हमारे मन से विचार करते हैं भगवान को, इसलिए लगता है कि भगवान इज वेरी पार्शियल. I don't have these things. I am old man. I am this. That is why he doesn't love me. He is young. She is young. That's why he loves her. All such wretched thing comes in our mind because our mindset is like that. We are not ready to accept anything else pure. The life we lived for whole life, we try to judge the world in that mind. When you judge a person very wrongly and wretchedly, you should know it is inside you. Unless and until you can't judge a person like this. When Kshudiram Chatterjee told his wife that, we have to leave our village and everything else because Jamindar has just discarded us. His wife asked him, why? Because I did not give that lies, झूठा साक्षी नहीं दिया कोर्ट में. His wife asked, what is lies? झूठ क्या है? जिनके जीवन में कोई झूठ बोल के वस्तु ही नहीं था, उन्हें पहचान ही नहीं पाया। अब जैसे जगत को विचार करते, यू शुड नो इट इज इनसाइड यू। अगर नहीं रहते तो आपके आंख में ये आता ही नहीं। मैं वही कल्पना कर सकता हूं जो मेरा मन में है। दिस इज साइकोलॉजी। जो हमारे मन में नहीं है वो हम लोग कल्पना भी नहीं कर सकते हैं। Each one of you is equally sacred and precious to the Lord. When one comes to deserve a master, the master shall reach him to guide, to help, and to enlighten. Please believe in that. Stick to sadhana. Be good. Be kind. Be sincere. Be compassionate to all. Be positive. Purify your motives. Build life upon the enduring values of love and mercy, charity and purity. Through constant remembrance of Lord, rise in spiritualism. Gurus shall from time to time reach such a determined, sincere seeker. If you live such a life, you no need to go to the Lord. Lord will be eager. Lord will rush to you. You just live this life. You just take a vow in your life that I should not see any negativity in anyone else. Any negativity. I will slap myself if I see any negativity in anyone else. It should be your vow. Live such a positive life. Try to love everyone else. I love my son. I love my daughter. There is no credit. That is not love. Everyone loves. Even a dog also loves its children. सब लोग अपने बच्चों को प्रेम करते हैं. Can you love others' children as like your own son? इसके बारे में बोल रहा है गुरुदेव. If you love this life of charity and purity, love and mercy, and this enduring values, भगवान खुद को रोक नहीं पाते आपके पास आने के लिए. आपको जाने का जरूरत ही नहीं भगवान के पास. भगवान आपके पास आएगा. The opening mantra poses a great question: who directs the mind, which as it were goes out towards its object? The words goes out, patati, implies the Vedanta theory of perception. According to the Vedanti, the Atma Chaitanya riding the mind flows out through the sense organs and reaches the objects, either sound or touch or form or smell or taste. Shabda sparsha rupa rasa gandha. And the mind takes the form of the object. Whenever you see a cow, our mind goes out and it takes the shape of a cow and it comes back. According to the Patanjali Yoga Sutra, in that way we grasp, we see, we taste, we hear. Our mind goes out, takes the form and comes back. Clear? And mind takes the form of that object. For example, when we see a pot, the mind runs out through the eyes, reaches the spot where the pot is, takes the form of the pot, and when The Chaitanya in the pot thus embraces the Chaitanya spark in our mind. We come to know that it is a pot, and it is according to this theory of perception that the student asks in Kenopanishad, directed by whom does the mind run out? What is the dynamic, vital force behind the mind that makes it vibrant with life and activity? So far, we have seen the place of the Upanishads in the Vedic literature. Their contents, the mode of treatment and necessity of an interpreter or a guru. We have also found the sterling qualities in the makeup of a guru, but we have discussed the ultimately the guru shishya samvada must be within ourselves. Clear? The thing is, however, full and elaborate the discussions may be outside during the gross meeting of the teacher and the taught. They will not help the aspirant to move higher into the subtler realms of truth within himself. The Atma in us has come to dream, as it were, of a dream world, hence our feeling of limitations and imperfections. We know subconsciously that our real nature is much more perfect than what we consciously feel now. It is not everyone who comes to feel this call of the perfect from within, which is termed as the restlessness of the soul. This is because to many of us, the subconscious is so dumb that we do not realize it's working at all. When we have got an urge within ourselves to become the perfect, we feel that we should, as it were, expand ourselves in all our capacities. This in itself is a proof that there is in our nature an infinite perfection waiting for its realization and fulfillment. You may think that it is mere wool gathering of an idle brain or an utopian concept of an intellectual philosopher when you hear people saying, go to the guru with a pure intellect and with a true urge for obtaining more of a real knowledge. In fact, man has come to forget his own real nature. We are now living as a separate ego in a suffocating sphere of endless limitations. We have forgotten that we are all, in fact, that unpolluted, undiminished, unmodified supreme reality. Our stripes are all our, vain attempts to become what we are. But we are running about aimlessly in our mad delusions after the falls. We do not wait or pause even for a moment in our sobbing. Weeping and sobbing have become our habits. If anybody shows an eternal true path, we dare not even look that way. We have become so habituated to tears and demoralized by our own negativities that we cannot cut ourselves away from our wretched habit of sobbing. We have sadly misunderstood ourselves. If an external thing cannot be seen without light, can you see any external thing without light? Whenever we see anything else, we see the thing and plus light. So, if an external thing cannot be seen without light, there should be something within us also. When with closed eyes we say that we see a pot, a chair, or a pen, and when we sleep in a pitch dark room and we dream that in a daylight we are playing, we are chasing, or we are chased by something. Who gives the light? Have you ever asked? The mind takes the form of a Murali Manohar when you think of him during your meditation. And this is called the Krishna, mental vritti. What would then be the light that illuminates this vritti, this thought? Is it not the light of wisdom or intelligence? Mental vritti or manasik vritti, mental thought itself has no power to tyrannize us or mother us. Only when this dead mental wave is ridden by that wisdom light has it any potency to persecute us. Mind can make a victim of us only when the mental vritti or thought is demonized by ourselves. It is only we ourselves who enable our minds to play the part of a samsari. Stop the mind. Stop the mind, then there is no world, no samsara. Wake yourself up. That is all. And this we can do. That waking up can come only when we have come to the feet of our Guru with a pure heart, non complaining mind, ever compassionate, all inclusive, no excuses, no complaints for anyone else. You just see your mind. What a wretched condition it is. Always complaining for everyone. We never leave anyone else. Wives are always complainful about husband. In some corner, the in-laws, if you more closer, then they will start opening up the complaints about their son, not son first daughter-in-law and son-in-law. Then if you become more closer, then it will come to the daughter and son. Nobody will leave. And then slowly, the complaint against Guru. That is our reality. Stop the mind. Then there is no samsara. Wake yourself up. That is all. And this we can do. That waking up can come only when we have to come to the feet of our Guru with a pure heart and bright intellect, inquiring of him. Where is the inner self? In delving into this truth, a guide is absolutely essential for all, but the exceptional few. From the outside, we have to take a right about turn of our gaze and turn it inwards. The Lord is certainly manifest in a bhakta's meditation room at all times. The Lord in the temple is the emperor in his lace coat giving his darshan to the populace. Each bhakta gazes at the Lord standing out in his balcony, but no intimate connection between them is ever established there. If you want to have an intimate meeting with the Lord, go to his private chamber. The greatest of yogis have made the Lord in his private apartment. We live so valueless life, We can't control ourselves. We have no value of intimacy. We are so harmful, to ourselves. So vindictive, that we public our intimacy and try to spread, I am so truthful. You have no value of your intimacy. No value. You live an absolute valueless life. When you can't control yourself to public your intimacy with whom anyone else. And we want a spiritual growth in our life. What a hypocrisy. What a ridiculous thought. Before you reach the Lord's inner apartment, you should have a certain amount of faith, loyalty, and love for him. To meet the Lord, we have to reach his bedchamber, the hall of pure consciousness. This is not Divakar Chaitanya's word. This is Pujya Swami Chinmayanandaji's word. Don't think that it is my brainchild. You please go through that Kenopanishad, page number 60, para number 4. If you have any doubt, this is not my brainchild word. Before you reach the Lord's inner apartment, you should have a certain amount of faith, loyalty, and love for him. Do we have loyalty? Or we are ready to spread what we have conversed in our intimate moment? To meet the Lord, we have to reach his bedchamber, the hall of pure consciousness. That is the Lord's abode. We can reach this sphere of pure consciousness, which is the bedchamber of Lord himself. If we reach that chamber, we become one with him. This jumping in into one's own within, which is his bedchamber, is facilitated by the Guru when a faithful and well equipped student reaches his threshold and starts discussions upon the Shruti statements. These discussions become fruitful only when a perfect student meets a perfect master, as we have here in Kenopanishad. The mind goes out and seeks the object and takes the shape of the object. This theory of perception in Vedanta has already been discussed. We see the Ganges flowing to the east, and if a villager is asked why it is so, we would say it is so because it had been so even at the time of my father, grandfather, and great grandfather. But if you were to ask the same question to the modern student of science, he would say that the East happens to be a low lying area, and as liquids find their own level, the river flows eastwards or southwards, anything. Thus, you see, things can be better explained in their behavior when we have the true knowledge of them. In order to gain a godly fact or make a profit, you have to live every moment vitally aware of what is happening, not only outside yourself, but also within yourself. But unfortunately, the instruments, our mind and intellect, are left to rust last as the great grandfather's razor is left in the wall shelf rusting. For generations past, we have been allowing the mind and the intellect, our great instruments of knowledge, understanding, feelings, and thinking, to lie in neglect. Let us repair them and make use of them. It is accomplished by the sincere and long sadhana. Questions such as those asked by the disciple in Kenopanishad: what projects the mind out? What ordered the mind to go to its object will not come to the mind of an individual who has not spent many years of intelligent analytical thinking, unless he has vitally lived the life himself. Such questions will not mean anything to him. Here the seeker has, it is clear, come to a conclusion that the physical eyes cannot see of their own accord. If it was, then if anyone plucks my eyes, my plucked eyes also can see the world. Can it? Never. Clear? So the thing is, what orders the mind to go to its object will not come to the mind to an individual who has not spent many years of intelligence analytical thinking, unless he has vitally lived the life himself. Such questions will not mean anything to him. Here the seeker has, it is clear, come to a conclusion that the physical eyes cannot see of their own accord. There must be a very subtle power behind the eye instrument that vitalizes it. And that power is so subtle that our gross intellect cannot reach anywhere near it. It is something like the instruments used in, miniature carving. The work calls for the finer instincts in man, a delicate touch, and intricate movements of the hands, etc. And in addition to this, it needs finer instruments for engraving. Similarly, we need a very pure mind and intellect instrument to delve into the depths of the truth behind the sense organs. Without understanding the total knowledge, we cannot discover. Again, I'm reading. Without understanding the total knowledge, we cannot discover our real nature. We are nowadays building up our life with such false values of selfishness and egotism that we fall to earn the real Shanti. A total spiritual revolution, so to say, is what is wanted. You can bring real salvation to the world only by going into your own innermost abode and seeking the truth. Self-perfection alone can pave the way for world perfection. The world around us in itself is dead matter. We have to vitalize it by our own self-perfection. This idea should be inculcated in every educated man's mind. This is the urgent necessity of our times. If we are to escape the damnation we have created for ourselves with our own, animalism, let us tune up the noble instrument of mind given to us through a careful polishing of our motives and thoughts. Let us, with such a prepared instrument, search out the wealth of light, power, wisdom that is lying in ourselves. In our own redemption lies world redemption. Hari Om Tat Sat.